When thinking of Final Fantasy VII, there are a few names that instantly come to mind. Cloud, Sephiroth, and Tifa, just to name a few. However, there is one hero that often isn't the first to be named, Barret Wallace. Although his story isn't integral to the plot, he is the first Black playable character in the franchise. So, to pay homage to that milestone, as he would say, sit down and shut up as we dive into the story of Barret Wallace.
Get down here, Merc.
Barret is a tough and brash member of your party who always brings heavy artillery to every battle. And if you haven't noticed, he bears a striking resemblance to 80s TV star Mr. T. Whether that was on purpose or not is up in the air, but let's face it, Square Enix would never admit it because they don't want to get sued. Or maybe they're one and the same, and maybe the A in A-Team stands for Avalanche? Despite Barret's Mr. T-esque hard-ass attitude, I pity the fool who thinks Barret is just that.
You listening, Merc? One false move, and that happens.
Growing up in a small coal mining village of North Corral, Barret had everything he wanted. A loving wife and a best friend that always had his back. Unfortunately, his wife suffered from an illness which pushed Barret into advocating for his town to switch from coal mining to Mako mining, resulting in the construction of a Mako reactor thanks to Shinra Electric Power Company. You see, Mako reactors are large machines that extract the life stream from the planet to process the highly efficient fuel source, Mako energy. The townspeople weren't fond of the idea, but thanks to Barret's persuasion, everyone, including his best friend Dyne, were on board. This would become Barret's biggest regret in life. After the reactor was built, a terrorist organization attacked it, forcing Barret to help Shinra reclaim it. Shinra believed that the people of Corral aided the terrorists in taking the reactor and destroyed both the reactor and the town to send a message. By the time Barret and Dyne realized that their village was in chaos, they were caught in the crossfire. Shinra troops ended up spotting the pair and opened fire on the two, which caused Dyne to fall off a cliff. Barret managed to grab Dyne's hand in an effort to pull his friend to safety, but a Shinra executive shot both of their hands, causing Barret to allow his friend to fall to his doom. The loss of his wife, friend, and the townspeople devastated Barret until a small glimmer of hope came in the form of Dyne's daughter, Marlene, who survived the attack. Since then, Barret has cared for Marlene as if she were his own daughter. Shinra's attack was the driving fuel for everything Barret would become. Replacing his shot-up arm with a prosthetic gun arm, Barret started looking for answers for what happened in Corral, and uncovered the damage Shinra was doing to the planet through the Mako reactors.
This pump's sole purpose is to drain the planet dry. While you sleep, while you eat, while you shit, it's here sucking up Mako. It doesn't rest, and it doesn't care.
Although this propelled him to lead a group of eco-terrorists called Avalanche, fighting for the greater good, what Barret really wanted was revenge against Shinra, which luckily for him, he would eventually get, but not without some shocking surprises. For a character that is often just seen as a side piece, Barret's origin is one of the most developed in video games, and it holds its own against the rest of the intricate characters of Final Fantasy VII. The release of Final Fantasy VII Remake may add more layers to Barret's tragic story, and honestly, if it does, I'm here for it because we all know Barret is always the #1 pick for Gold Saucer Dance Night.